Oh la la, hello everybody. Philae, how are you going, buddy? I wanted to play a little bit of chess before I start the wild part of the stream. And by wild, I don't actually know what I mean, because this is the wild one. $97. I don't remember this line at all. The engine always wants to rip into it like mad like this. I hope who shows up? Wait, what did you say? Oh, wait, YouTube. You're greeting the YouTube peeps. Colin is already in the house on YouTube. That's how it all, ladies. That's how it all. I don't know if I'm threatening F5 here, by the way, but I have a feeling that we do. Knight B6. The fuck is that? I don't have this. He wants to go back here? Is that even legal? Stuff it, let's just castle and let's be happy. Definitely didn't reckon with that one. This looks horrid for black, no? So F5, Knight F7 is so strange. But A5 I also don't understand, so we'll develop one more piece. And now I'm ready to rock and roll. Was A5 to play Queen B4 or what? I don't understand. What is going on? I know it's my speedrun account, buddy. I do have an IM account, so it's all G. By the way, isn't this queen trapped after here and here? Hello? I mean, this is just butt ugly, no? This is not how chess is meant to be played. I believe that my esteemed opponent is very cooked here. Although there are some practical challenges here that we are facing. That much is for sure. Yeah, in a blitz it's still a difficult one to convert. Okay, so now I'm not facing any danger of this opening up anymore, which is good news. So I can just go and kill him, right? And by kill him, what I meant, that was a gaming terminology. To go to win. Surely this is winning, right? You did what? Wow. If I want to be brutally honest, I don't appreciate the fact that I'm trying to get flagged. Booyah, baby! Atakski! That's how we atakski. Hello, Brazy, how are you going? Hello, hello, everybody. I was quite happy with the game, actually. But he played a few very, very sus moves. Just with that engine, I'm looking at it now. I don't think knight d7 is good here. They usually want to go back to f7 pretty quick. I'm sure you have much to say. What? Gukesh Pragg game. Oh! Sorry, I didn't see it in one message. Gukesh Pragg? Wait, that was actually an absolute banger, right? I will be honest with you, I haven't seen that game. I'm getting it now. Oh, Brazy coming in strong. How are you going, man? Thank you, thank you. Alright, Guki Pragg, let's go. Note how here Pragnananda is inviting the IQP. Because high T chess. So these symmetrical positions are deceptively difficult to defend for black. And the reason for that is twofold. One, the bishop is really bad. And two, the other bishop is not exactly great either. And also the rooks are not so simple to connect. The isolated queen pawn. No, it's not intentional. I don't know why the chat is not displaying. Maybe it's because I'm on a different layout where the chat is not added. No, it's actually up. Yeah, Twitch is on too. Twitch is definitely on as well. So, this is a very cute move, 95. Exploiting the back rank problems. Can't take because it's Matutsky on the back rank, and now he has to give up the bishop pair. And now the light squared bishop is an absolute beast. Now the knight is coming into d6. It looks already strategically lost to me. Like if black holds this, it's Houdini. Houdini level performance. e4. That's a bold move. Hello, Gozzy. Oh my god! Back rank fest? Hello? What the hell? What the hell? I mean, this was just carnage. This was just absolute dead set carnage. Ay, 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 ay. Pragg and Gukesh from the Thinkfeld Cup. Round 1. Was an interesting tactic here. This could have been captured. Rook c4, bishop back, takes, and then rook a7. But then bishop f4 take, bishop a6, and white still is a good pawn to the good. Yeah, that's right, Tori Ohm. That's a very good question. But they didn't take it. They went f6, e5. Yeah, this is completely useless, unplayable, dead lost. I'm sorry for going fast so through, but like, come on, dudes. Yeah, this was absolute murder. Look, in a way, I hate to say this, but this was probably the least worthy game to world champion I have seen ever since Gukesh acquired the title. Like, he was just outclassed here. Yeah, it was a piss poor opening prep too, by the way, which is very strange. Like, this is Pragnananda's bread and butter. Positional pressure, better piece placement, zero chance to lose. I mean, the guy is like one of the best, if not the best already in the world at this. Wow, Firuj, you had to mate Duda with Bishop Knight. Oh, and Gukesh bounced back too. Immediately with a dub. Now, I'm not gonna analyze the Gukesh Abdusattorov game because I don't understand a single move in it. Wow, 50 was dead lost against Duda. Duda Must have been heartbroken. Oh, this is a Ralph Lauren polo. Mersey, it is time, buddy, to shape up and start playing proper chess. It is time to shape up, brother. FQ, not really. Not that I can think of. I've never played a game of proper chess. Well, there is always a first time. Alright, I'll play another game. There are a few people who submitted games for analysis yesterday, but they are not here. So I don't want to analyze their games in their absence. Central variation of the Queen's Gambit accepted. I don't know what you mean there. What happened with General Zod playing me the other night? I was tilted out of my face. I hate Bullet. He's very good at Bullet. And I got my ass handed to me. How does that sound for a summary, Khalistan? Oh, Malcolm, hello. Well, Mersey, for black e4, e5 should be your go-to. In my opinion, that's non-compromisable. Yeah, Parker, that's my recommended line, buddy, in my d4 course. So, what's your question? That's my recommended line. Except, to be fair, I recommended it with d4, d5 here. So I play knight f3 first. And so I play knight c3 here to play e4 next. So, not quite, but similar. Why don't play... Because the e4 line against e4, e5 is reasonably easily equalizing. That's why. There's a lot of theory here, but e5 in my opinion is by far the best. Yeah, Zod is a decent player for a non-titled one, yeah. Yeah, everyone knows this. Wow, I'm not getting a game. Oh, Mr. Landau is here. Okay. That tells me to cancel this. It also tells me to log back out onto my main account. And we are going to have a look at Mr. Landau. Because Mr. Landau submitted a game for analysis. Who are you, Mr. Landau, again? Oh, it's righty. Yeah, this one. Sorry for doxing your account. I'm sure you don't mind. Will your life improve if you quit Twitch? Yes. As long as you keep on watching me. Alright, Mr. Landau, what color are we? I didn't check the message because I'm an idiot. I could. White, 2200 opponent. Okay. Haven't we seen this already? Yeah, that account has been dead anyway, so I don't care. Actually, I don't even remember what that password is, so there you go. Now, Mr. Landau, I have a fun question for you. Did you know that d4 is in fact playable here? Yeah, I know. I know. You mean take knight f5? Yeah, g4, of course. Absolutely. Well, all I'm saying is that it's a fun way to play. Castles, knight d4, d5, and then, yeah, it's fairly tame. Not a lot of fun left after cd, knight d, knight d, knight d. But your opponent needs to know it. Yeah, now you are already worse. I don't like this though. Is there a3 a move here? That's the other thing that I would try with white here if I was forced to play this nonsense. A3 castles b4. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. This is theory. Take, knight b4, and now you have d4 and bishop a3, I think. But I would play bishop a3 for sure. At least it's sharp, right? I don't think a5 is good here. Now we can switch back to e3, d4, and then a5 is going to be a serious weakness. As in b5 square. Okay, so d3 castles, bishop d to d5. I think we are just worse here. I think you are just worse. Yeah, a3 now feels like you're too late to the party. Is e4 a bad move here, by the way? Asking for a friend. What? DC knight a5? How is it a move? Like, can't I just defend? What? Yeah, no, knight a5 looks horrid to me. I mean, DC is acceptable because now there are a few weaknesses here, but knight a5, like, why is that a move? No. Thank you, Bishop Stars, thank you. Yeah, I think e4 is nice, because if d4, then you can play some weird King's Indian setup where at least it's a fun game. Whereas if they take, then you might turn it into some kind of King's Indian attack. Oh, Thank you so much, Legendario. Yeah, I think this was the most fun way to play. I find this very slow and ineffective. I dislike this though for black. There's so many weird moves here. Now I would have played a5 actually, because I don't see how they can stop b4. Oh, play for b4. Yeah, this would have been far more unpleasant to play against than this give up everything story. Oh, Mr. Guy in the house. Hey, hey, hey. But Mr. Landau, don't we have a tactic here that when they take here you have check? Like, why don't we go bishop e1 here and it can't be captured because of Schach? In fact, why is not white clearly better here is my question. Because if the queen buggers off, I go in, no? Yeah, I think that this, in fact, looks to me like a serious mistake. And after this, welcome to Puzzle Rush. You're killing it. No, I'm doing great, thank you. So now queen e5, rook d7, knight c6 is more or less forced, rook b d1, and you have no problems, and they do. Neat. Yeah, this was a mistake. Yeah, you believe their bluff. But this still should be holdable, especially after... Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Why don't we take this? Hello? What? Like, white is better already, bro. What? Wait, what result are you playing here for, buddy? This is the most mysterious move of the game so far. Why don't you just take? Hello, Dindy. How are you going, man? Like, this is almost winning for you. Oh la la. Oh, matey. That is painful to watch. I mean, surely this is dead draw, right? Tanner, hey! So this would have been definitely a draw. Because how is it not a draw? It looks weird, Mr. Landau, to see your moves like it. I don't know. I mean, this should be a draw too, to be fair to you. Why to move and be a rockstar, guys? What is the way to go? Also, Guy, why are you playing trash chess? You said it above. What's happening? Nimzo is definitely very solid for black. Yeah, e4. E4 with rook f3 to come over. Immediately changes the tide again. Slightly to your favor. Because now black is forced to go back home. Rook b7 loses to rook f5. You have to be very careful with that articash. Now rook b7 loses to rook f5. e4 is a brilliant move here to do the same to them. Please tell me we didn't lose this. Why would you do this instead of king f3? And just hold the draw, no? Now you're threatening to come over. This is this is inexplicable to me why you would go here, because it has zero benefits and a lot of downsides. Whoa, Guy coming in strong. Jeez, buddy. Yeah, I don't understand this move. But how do you stop it from getting there? I just go here. Like that's what I don't understand. Oh, you want it to go here. And what happened with rook behind the pawn, my friend? What happened with the Tarrasch rule? And besides, what do you do against the king coming up here now? Like this is... Yeah, that was terrible technique there, buddy. Like you had the optimal rook placement behind the pawn and you spent 2 moves on making it vastly inferior. Yeesh. Like the rule of thumb is that your rook in front is worst, on the side is meh, behind is best. And now we're spending 2 moves to send the best piece on the board to here. That is so sad, man. Yeah, you won this game for them, dude. Had you just stayed, no win to be had. You just go here, here, and oh gee. Below a certain level tenor, it's a fun opening to play. So this is how it plays out. King c8, you come back. If b2, you always slide back here. And now it's a draw because the king, when it comes down, he will always be checked to death. So I can't push. Yeah, so I'm going to come up. And now you are actually close enough to close in on the pawn. Rook across. You take, they take, and now it's all pawns on the same side. Easy draw. Ay. Mr. Landau, that was a game of misses indeed. Missed opportunities. The biggest one though was this tactical strike that you missed here with Bishop E1. Check. Yeah, Bishop E1 would have been a ripper. Okay, Mr. Guy sent me some love. Okay, Mr. Guy, you are up next. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, calling on the Gukesh Pragg. I mean, it was just a very one-sided affair, honestly. Oh, okay. You played this? Not a lot of fun. Whoa, Jesus Christ, man. Hello, dude. This is hanging. Ay. Like you played d4, but you don't know this theory that you need to take this first and then bishop d3 and then castles? How is that possible? Ay, man. That is insane. Okay, why? I don't understand. Why are we not developing, Chief? Like, you think you have a hanging pawn. You have an undeveloped piece. Wouldn't you naturally go here? Or were you afraid of take knight e4? It doesn't work, I take. And if queen takes, then I take with the king. If rook e8, I take the queen. If queen e7, then queen e2. So, I don't understand the logic with which you play. No, you are totally confused. What you should do is to take and then push. After bishop b4, you can't take and push. This is not a good move here. If you take here, then you need to follow it up with bishop d3. Take and e5 here is good. But I'm already having difficulty understanding why f3 is being played here instead of bishop d3, which is developing. Anyway. Okay, so here is my logic. You play bishop d3, they play rook e8. You don't need to defend the pawn anymore, you can castle. Because after bishop takes, knight takes, bishop takes, they lose a back rank mate. This is why we develop pieces first before we play meaningless defensive moves. Never play f3. And by the way, this is your engine's favorite choice, which is why you can't learn chess from the engine. Okay, why are we taking this? Chat, are we taking this or are we not taking this? Yeah, the queenside castle idea is not bad, but it feels to me like you're putting the cart before the horse here. Because we have bigger problems than ensuring that we can castle queenside. So let me see, chat. Are we taking... are we castling? Or are we taking? Twitch is very heavily determined to ignore and castle. And so am I. So am I. Bishop c4. What's the point of bishop c4? Wait, what? Artikash, what's the point of this move, buddy? I don't understand that. We are developed. Our king is stuck in the middle in a pin. This should give you a 97% confirmation that you should be castling here. Oh, I do have a lot of recommended books actually. That's not correct, but Perfect Your Chess would be my first go-to, which is sitting on my desk here. No, not my desk. This one. There are two videos, buddy. There is a sub 1700 and then over 1700. So I don't think you watched both videos. Anyway, I definitely don't like engaging d5. We should have castled here. Wait. d4 is a bit weird. Okay, this is interesting. I don't think that this is going to be successful against good play, but it's consistent and I like consistency. It just feels to me that black's attack is a lot faster, and that's why I dislike this move. I would have preferred actually h4 here with the idea of just running the h-pawn by itself. Something like bishop e6 and keep running. And then push this in and weaken up the dark squares. And if they bite with g6, h6 rather, excuse me, that's when you play g4 because now you have a purpose. But g4 is essentially a waste of a move because you need 1, 2, 3, 4 more moves to get there. That's too many. What? Okay, that's a hell of a move, a6. Like, a6 is designed to play b5 so that they can play c4. c4 is good to go now. And they want to play 2 preparatory moves to make it happen. Welcome to 1600 in a nutshell, by the way. Yeah, that made absolutely zero sense what they just did there. Yeah, the problem with c4 is that d4 becomes loose. So what they needed to do here more likely was some kind of queen move and then covering up the d-pawn with a rock. And here too, I would have preferred the other pawn to go, because although it doesn't accomplish openings of files, but now you have got this threat, which is very, very difficult to meet. That's a beautiful winning line here for you folks. Check this out. Let's say I defend the bishop, rook d6, queen buggers off, mate. Okay, g6 is also logical though, so I dig this. Yeah, very good. Yep. 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 What do you mean saying this is 500? I never said that, did I? Who said that? I didn't. Oh, guy said, no, it's not. This was actually a really good chess. No, no, no. It was definitely not 500 later chess. No. I actually quite like the quality of this game. But this is where things derail. Because here we had f4, right? And then e5 and just chase, chase, chase. Yeah, this was a tragic blunder, mate. Like, you had f4 here. Completely killing. Go back, e5. They go back, you go here. Attack, mate. Yeah, f4 to me is a no-brainer here. What do we think, ladies? Is it? What would you have played Hitindi out of curiosity? No, I disagree. I disagree. You don't have any checks. You don't have any captures. So you look at attacks. You look at this and you look at this. These are your two attacking moves. And rook f7 forces black to offer queen trades, which we do not want. I am debating this. I am very, very seriously debating this. Like, why is f4 an IM level move? Attacking a rook. When black is threatening with nothing meaningful. I mean, clearly, guy was thinking here in attacking terms because he ignored the attack on the bishop. This bullshit. Why is f4 impossible to see? I'm not buying into this. Like, how is the 1600 thinking here? They will look at some bullcrap queen moves like this or this only to find out that they don't have any threats. And you have got no checks, no captures. This kicks a rook with a tempo. This kicks a queen with a tempo. If this doesn't have complete domination written on it with capital letters, I don't know what does. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm also arguing that it is definitely not it's impossible to find type of bullshit. Impossible. This is a forcing move in a position where we have no checks. I'm not saying that guy should have found it. I'm saying as a general concept, this is not a crazy difficult move. Oh man, queen trade? Really? Really? Hello, Courtney. Why are we not trying to maintain mate threads, brother? While also tagging the rook? I have got a much bigger beef, by the way, comparatively, with this move, rather than missing f4. Nah. No tactics. That's game over, buddy. Like, take, what do you do? Oh, you have check, though. That's fair. So, there is still a bit going on, but this move is gonna finish the deal. Seal the deal. Because now you can't take this, and this is mate. Yeah, the queen trade was inexcusable. Like, yeah, there is one c1 knight, but after king b1 you have nothing. Or king a1 knight b3 king b2. Yeah, I can dance around the checks easily. Yeah, this is the worst idea and move of the whole game. You taking this, because now you have no chances to do anything. It's signing the paper that I do not wish to inherit anything from my billionaire uncle. That's what this move is. Yeah. Yeah, queen h2, queen g6, you can take e5. Dude, with queens off the board, we have nothing to talk about. With queens on the board, there is always a perpetual check to play for. Always. In fact, according to the engine, this position is dead even. Like, you just don't trade queens. It's that simple. You just do not trade queens. By the way, the time consumption guy at this point in the game was horrendous, mate. Absolutely horrific. You spent 1 second on this move. The most critical position in the entire game, 1 second. You are playing bullet. Actually, super bullet. Oh, he gained a second, actually. So that means he spent 9 seconds on it. Yeah. Why are you playing rapid if you have... No, you spent, dude, on this one 7 seconds. 9. Look, your clock goes from 7:02 to 7:03. Yeah, like, that's it, dude. You played a horrid move, and now you are spending your time when it's too late. That's like a textbook case of what people do wrong on this level. Yeah, like, you spent 0 time on this, now you are almost completely cooked, and now you start thinking. Not a good way to go. And there's nothing to say, I'm guessing, about the rest of this game. Yeah. That was really, really tragic, man. I actually like this game. In many ways, this was an encouraging game. I mean, the opening blunder with bishop d2 was horrid. But afterwards, for the most part, it was pretty decent. Pretty decent. I would have liked to see this pawn going up all the way sooner. And he, like, dude, you have got 8 minutes on the clock. You have to calculate the shit out of this. There's no other way about it. By the way, for the friends who tell me that f4 was unfindable, f4 already here 2 wins 2. Oh, my good friend has shredded the French. Hello. Welcome to chess. Welcome to chess. Um. Yeah, Yeesh, that's a wonky one. I don't know. It really depends on the position. It really does. And also the time control. If I have got increment, I tend to eat into my time a fair bit more than if I don't. A3, what the frick? Okay, so there is a very strong case to be made for taking this with the D, but I'm gonna let that slide. So Guy, I have a question for you, buddy, because this is something that really bugs me with people of your level. When you played G6, what did you think your opponent's best move was against it? Because we never play a move without anticipating our opponent's next. So what was your anticipated move here against G6? I don't think you're understanding my question, Guy. When you played G6, what did you expect White would do? Considering that this diagonal here is now vulnerable as fuck. Really? Like bishop d4 is not attacking your rook? Please tell me how you came to that conclusion that this move was not possible. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, like, you cannot ever play a move like this and not anticipate this in response. In my opinion. It's just as simple as that. You what? Really? And when I take it, then what? We resign? That would have been a pretty epic finish. Hello? Like you pinned, brother. Hi. So this shows what's not good with your chess at the moment, right? We're not reckoning with our opponent's best moves, and we don't see tactical motives clearly enough. Man versus gravity, yeah, just the usual things. We are chessing. Black to move and be a rockstar, chat. Let's go. Yes, of course it can be knight d4. Because we are aware of the fact that there are loose pieces on the board. Lots of tactics, lots of calculation, my friend. Any kind. Any kind. Knight d4. See, if in this position, Mr. Guy, you are not focused on the fact that this is unguarded, and as such, it's a subject of tactics, you are not doing it right. Even if the queen is on. You just go knight d4. Take, take, and you walk away with a free win. Holy Moses, what a game this is, guys. What a game. There is a beautiful tactic here, but this is the one that I would say is not seeable on this level. So now I'm going to show you in contrast to f4, although maybe you will disagree with me, but here this tactic is not so easy to see. Why is that a sweet free win, sweet blues? Because you're up in exchange and white has no counterplay whatsoever. That's why. Now this was hard. What was not hard was to see that after queen h5 g4 we're getting separated from the knight. So you needed to drop back here and rethink here. By the way, here you need to observe again that as long as your queen is tagging the bishop, this is not hanging. So for example, if I go just here, they can't take because I take. So again, the tactical vision here is very, very shallow. And then we just hung a piece. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, this wasn't pretty, my friend. This wasn't pretty. But this was very nice. This is a shout out to my course. This is also a guy with the black pieces. Look at this. Bishop d7, babeski. Booyah! Queen takes knight c2, wins the house. What a legend. Now, I don't know why your opponent didn't play queen b3 here, but that's their problem. By the way, what is black's next move here? Asking Guy mostly. I very strongly dislike the idea of highlighting squares while you are playing the game, by the way, especially if you have got ambitions of playing over the board chess. You don't have those visual cues in OTP, so you shouldn't make yourself get used to it. Yeah. FQ, this is my Black E4 E5 club players course, which you should have too. So what do we do here? Queen e7. Negative. That's reinventing the wheel. Knight c6 is playing chess. What do you do here, brother? I don't understand the point of this operation. Now we have to waste the golden motif on just recovering material. Right? Actually, I dislike black here. Like, I would rather be white here. Yeah, that's wasting the motif. Knight c6. And after d5, it's not knight d4, but knight a5. Knight d4, I think, loses, no? Or at least it's very sus. Because after the check, I can just go here. And this is a check. Yeah, knight a5. Just go after the queen, and then go after the queen, and the game is over. This is what the French players don't experience ever in their life. That 4 pieces are roaming the board freely and causing absolute carnage. All right. Yeah, exactly. This feels like a cheat code, right? It's unfair. That's why we put it on c6, buddy, right? So that when they take, we take back. Now we have got 5 more threats. That's exactly why we play knight c6. All right, I just got a new message. Who is this? Oh, one more. Okay, what is this? What? Bro, why don't you play chess? E5, no? What happened with the chess principle that if a developed knight can be kicked, it should be kicked? Or alternatively, why don't we develop the bishop first before we block the pawns? This is a sad day in the office again, openings wise. Ah, yeah. And now we play e5. Wow. Okay. Is that the better later than never policy? I don't know what you're talking about, Ish. That knight, how is e5 giving up d5 for the knight when I just gonna absolutely slaughter it right there and then? That makes no sense. Oh, Mr. Bill. Thank you. Yeah, this opening should not be played by you again, buddy. Like, this is just passive, yuck. Not happy. But your opponent made it work by giving up the best piece for your worst. So now we are on to something. Oh, yeah. Okay, white to move. Best move, please. Bishop stars. Thank you. White to move. Best move, please. The YouTube chat is screaming 94 at me, and the Twitch chat is screaming 94 at me as well. Mr. Parker, why are we going to B5? Where are you supposed to put your pieces again? Remind me. In the center, brother. Center. Not randomly on the edge of the board where it gets kicked, yeah? Dude, that's... I don't get what you're talking about. Like, hello? What was the point of this exactly? No. Forget about that. Center. Now you are actually threatening to play bishop g5, trading the guardian of the d6 square, and then be able to penetrate. Apologies, Mr. Tikari. But knight e5 is the worst move on the board because it allows black better central control while also extending the bishop's diagonal. Like, this is actually the level of bad that it should not have come up on the list of candidate moves. I don't actually understand why it did, because taking is not a problem, I just take back. So even a sheepish bishop d2 is a better move than taking this. But 94 is a total no-brainer here. Like, total no-brainer. Wow. Queen. Okay. Okay. This is very good. Well done. That was very good. Cleaner swing for white, folks. Whoa. Rook g3 f5, no? That doesn't quite cut it. Mr. Landau is correct, as is Mr. Sweet Blues. Bishop g7. Takes, check, and Matutsky. Yeah, this is now slipping away from us. Queen f6. Except now we're being forced to win the game. Yeah, forcing the queen trade wasn't the smartest here. The engine likes rook d4 the most, with the idea of mate. And consequently, after rook d4, they are basically forced to give up the queen. And then you check this d pawn down and you win easily. Yeah, it should have never gone into this endgame. Never. Sleepy!
Have to call it an early night, as always. Thanks for the great stream.
Legendario, Sleepy. Thank you, thank you. Very glad that you didn't trade. Good job. As in, to specify to you that you didn't trade rocks. Ah, yeah, bro. Hello. Yeah, I know time. Still, no excuse. Ay, 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 what a train wreck. Yee, sheesh kebab, man. So well played, and then check. That should be fun in 15 seconds, brother. Hate to tell you. Hate to tell you. Alright. The legend from Nepal sent me a game. So let's have a look at that. Really, you submitted this to me to analyze. This. How could you do that? Oh, by the way, while we are at it, all right, I need, guys, your opinion. I will come back to Mr. Bill in a moment. But I want to ask your opinion on something very important. What do we think? And I don't need bullshit. I want honesty. The heart is there because the caption above is that you need CPR, which is a reference to resuscitating your heart. Yeah, exactly. That's the point. You don't need to say you like it. I want honesty. I don't want sugarcoating shit. Okay, let's move on to this. What do we think of the Bumski one? Guy, that's a reference to my chessable courses, which you desperately need to, by the way. The Chess Principles Reloaded series. An anatomical heart. What does it... Okay, I'll look into that. That's Bumski for you. That's without the pieces. I like it with the pieces on. That's the same. Yeah, the pieces are a bit unclear in this one, right? So we need to make them... I mean, obviously they are cut half, right? That's the idea. Okay, let's move on. CPI, Bumski in a different color, but the pieces are again... Yeah, okay, moving on. This logo is from the actual Chessable course. So this is what we use, the brain and the loading. But I'm not saying that I like it or that it's an improvement. It is a London mate. After bishop f4, it doesn't matter what you call it, it's a London. It's never gonna transpose into anything else other than utter boredom and disgrace. But I will look at it because I love you. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it so far. There is more to come. I wish Courtney had seen it. Yeah, I think the CPI ones need some extra love. But Bumski looks doable, right? Okay, let's move on. So there is this tragedy unfolding here. Yeah, now we're turning it into Japawa, which is a very good call, by the way. Yep, good. What? What do you mean, guys, when you say anatomical heart? Can you send me a Google image just so that I understand what you mean by that? Like an actual image of a heart as opposed to the love heart bullshit. Mr. Bill, what on earth is this move? Like, if anyone here plays anything but castles, I'm like, why are we even here? Hello? Queen D2. You just went from D2 to H6, bruv. And now we're going back? Like, bro, this is not a return ticket. Like, if you don't play castles, I would not play this game. Like, I would rather just, yeah. If someone came to me here and said, you are white, but you can't play queenside castles, I would be like, I'm not playing this then. How? Why? Why on earth? Yeah, man. That is a London move. That's the London right there for you. Matey. Lucky your opponent plays absolute garbage. Jesus Christ. Like, they play night. Look at this. Like, they have got 2 pieces out and they spend the next 3 moves and trading all of this away. Look at this. And that's 22 hundo level chess. Unreal. Okay, I don't know why you are walking this bishop into all the attacking pawn moves. Knight g4 always queen h4. And also queen g7. Good question, though. But this cannot be right. I would go queen g7, to be honest. Rook f8 and just pedal to the metal. Like, you should be dying here very soon. This is not chess. I don't even know where you want to go. Like bishop d7, I guess, and then I go here. And let's see whose rook is in more danger, yours or mine. Yeah, this is exactly how people should play chess. And this is why this made me want to cry and weep and yeah, just ay. You're completely dead here. E6, wow. I thought that just b4, b3 and carnage. Wait, isn't this hanging? What are we watching here, folks? This is a hell of a game. F4. And they don't take. Okay. I guess. I'm not sure why. I wonder what's gonna happen in this game, because so far we have been completely busted throughout, and here too after rook f8 we are just dead lost. I mean, we're playing down a piece, right? And now our opponent blundered 4 pawns in a row. That was very talented of them. The rook ending was played decently well. I would have played c4 here, that's for sure. But it did come eventually. Yeah, the rook ending was neat. The rook ending was neat. The lead up to that was catastrophic. I can't recover from the fact that we played queen d2 here. I really dislike bishop c4 here a lot. And from here on out in the next 10 moves, you should have been killed on multiple occasions. Like here, EF. But yeah, in the end, your opponent blundered it back to you. No, that's bullshit. As much as f4 is a good move, it doesn't weaken the structure, mate. It loses a pawn. What it does is that it allows you to activate your rook. That's what that does. It doesn't weaken the structure at all. I like it that you did it, because that was your only chance, right? But it doesn't make this like a move that we celebrate like, yay, this is now awesome. No, you are dead lost here. And you need to know that. But you are dead lost here with some chances to stir the pot. That's the situation here. And if you see it any other way, then you're seeing it wrong. Like, you need to know that this is dead lost. But you have got some chances now because your rooks are reasonably active. Which is why f4 is a decent move. But yeah, dude, this is you definitely need to work on your dynamic approach to chess. Like queen d2, back here to defend c2. Even knight g5, like why not? I would pay money for this to be captured, right? Bishop c2, e4, or rook c1, either or. Like look at this, rook c1, bishop f5, e4. This is what chess should look like. And bishop d7, e5, kill, 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 going forward, 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 not backwards. Would I? I wouldn't. I do, all the time. Contrary to that clown who made that video on YouTube of don't attack. No, you do attack. But yeah, the rook ending was nice. I like that. The rook ending in the very end, that was pretty clean. After your opponent blundered 7 pawns back to back. Yeah, this was good. I don't want to say it again, Mr. Landau. Might be a mythical horse called Pegasus. Alright, I've got 15 minutes left, guys. We can do some games play. If you want to play against me, send me a unrated challenge. No, not 10 minutes. Blitz or less. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, well, I don't dislike the guy. I don't know the guy. I dislike what he's preaching. I have to take this. Sorry, ladies, did I miss anything? Yeah, I muted it because I was on the phone. Two bishops, friends. That's how you roll. Now this is very tempting because we're going to acquire the two bishops, and taking is BS, and you need to embrace the BS. You should never ever refuse to play this on account of this looks scary. It is not scary. It's either good or it's not good. And we hope to prove that it's not good. Gee whiz. Okay. That bishop looks mighty intimidating. He's gonna play here and he's gonna resign after this. Wait, I should have taken that. I'm an idiot. I'm playing too fast. Queen g5 is playable now. Okay, let's go here. Queen d4 maybe? Rook e8, bishop d3, queen g5, f4. Queen h4. Yeah, I don't feel like I played this particularly well, but it is what it is. After bishop h3, you can play knight h2 right away before you take h3. Tap your knight, that's more precise. So when they take, you can drop back immediately to h2. That wins your tempo because the queen is on. Then you take here and they're just dead. Okay, let's have a look at endgame technique. Why not? Oh, FG. Hello. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. I should have probably played a4 first. So now he wants c6. Yeah, I don't like the look of c6, to be honest. Oh. Okay, let's fix everybody on black. That's definitely an accomplishment. Let's deny this. That was a very weird time because now he's blundering this pawn. But having said that, then knight c5 picks up this, so I might not be able to actually do that. Okay, so takes. So if take knight here. Yeah, I'm not keen about that actually. Or on that, so let's go here first. Ooh. Okay. Stice. Oh, I'm so here. That is such a lovely story, man. I'm so happy for you. That is awesome. That's what we live for. Okay, let's cut out this. Maybe I didn't need to, but it feels awkward for them. Maybe c6 is a good move now. Yeah. Did I F this up? Maybe. Now the point is that no matter where the knight goes, it's dominated, right? Like, it can't move. And you have to keep that in mind. Knight d6, I can take that and then I lose the game. That was the game-losing move there. Because now after king takes, the knight is trapped. Knight c7, take, king, he, take here. I should win that. But more importantly, this is winning. Yeah. Because the king and pawn ending is losing for this woman. Oh shit, this is check. Oh my god, I fricked it up. Wow. I forgot that he was promoting with check. Dagnamit. And now I can't hide my king from the perpetual check. Shit. No, it's not possible to mess this up with black. That's the problem. Because I can't go all the way down there, because then after the trade I'm even losing the game. That was messed up big time. Okay, let's go rematch. E5, all the way. Well played by the opponent, by the way. No. Promote tonight would have lost the game for me. No, that was a completely winning endgame, but I was a little bit too casual there, and that's not on. Yeah, you don't promote tonight there. Is it bishop d6 first or king h8? I don't remember my own course. I think it's king h8. And then f5. Now we can take or come back knight g3, but then I'm losing this. So I think I take and I go here. Shout out to Devansh Cha. I don't know why, but here you go. Hendricks and Seelman. What debate, Mr. John Hanna? Tindy, I couldn't flag because it was an incremented game. What debate between Seelman and Hanna? I'm curious about that. Yeah, rook lift is definitely on the cards. Fucking hell, this dude loves queen trades. I missed this move, by the way. And after take f4, he can save the bishop with bishop h4 or even f3. I really don't want to go back here into this pin. Okay, let's see what it does if I do this. I'm curious. I thought that this was bad because I had check covering that square. And now I just win the bishop. Or at least several pawns. So bishop f2 is... no, because then rook a2. So we'll go here, 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 and then he's going to play d4. We take bishop f2. Yeah, he messed it up actually. This needed to go after bishop here. What? Oh, he wants to play bishop here. Which is bad on many accounts. I hope. Yeah, so for starters, I have take, rook b1. But then I can't seem to be able to defend c7. Which is unpleasant. So we're definitely going to play rook e8 first. Yeah, I do. If you follow me on Discord, I am assembling a crew for a group session now, which I would love to get underway. I don't know why I'm obsessed with this move, but I like it a lot. By the way, ladies, this thing is about to kick off that I am linking. And this is gonna be me participating in that as a... ooh, hello. As a coach. It's a really weird move. So he just walked into this now? Could you ever get any GM norms? I never really tried, to be honest. I gave up my ambitions of a player before I would get to that. Yeah, Tillman was a bit obsessed with his imbalances concepts, to be honest with you. I am much more of a pattern recognition type of guy. But I fundamentally refuse to seriously partake in these debates on account of I don't like theorizing about chess in general. Like, I just find it absolutely pointless. Like, it's philosophical, airy-fairy bullshit. In the end of the day, whatever works. Like, play good moves, right? That's the goal. And whatever gets good moves out of your system, that is the system that works. And I don't necessarily believe that there is one particular system that serves that goal better than the others. On your bike, friend. On your bike. Okay, one more challenge I'll take and then I'm gonna call it a day. One more cello. Gauzy! Because I enjoy coaching more than playing. No, I don't. Not really. I mean, I have my own philosophies when it comes to certain things, but like how people make decisions in chess, it's like, I don't find it productive. Which is also why I'm not very fond of, for example, Rassen's 7 Deadly Chess Sins book, because as much as I find it incredibly entertaining to read as a source of entertainment, personally I found it completely useless when it came to actually finding advice in it that would further my chess. Because it's mostly theorizing about how mistakes are made and what kind of things you should be considering on a philosophical level, which is very far from my very pragmatic and practical approach to chess. Gauzy is in trouble. Oh, it's not necessarily just the tactic, and you will be fine, and calculation, but like people always want to find some cool theory to justify their shortcomings and to come up with a new plan that is going to succeed better than the last. It's like, nah, there's no way to circumvent hard work. That's what works. Do we want to go bishop g5, knight d5, take, and then just enjoy this shite bishop? Nah. Thank you, JList69. No Twitch username without the number 69 in it is worth anything at all. That much is well known to a human. Why do you even bother? Ooh, that's a bit desperate, isn't it? And now that looks very good. But it's actually not. Because they had king takes there. Okay, let's go here. And I really want to take this next move. Are we playing increment in this game or is it 3? Oh shit, it's 3. Okay, well I pretty much have to pre-move this then. What? Yo, what's going on? Oh, that's a beauty. And bishop b5 mate. Woo! Hot! Ay, 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 ay. What a finish for today, ladies. What a finish. Oh! That was some sexy shit there. That was some sexy shit there. GG, Gozzy. You did well, buddy. Hello, Krish. Guy, I have got 2 book recommendation videos on my YouTube channel. Check them out. Let's take it from there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna call it here. We're going to raid the legend today. Imagine that. But I don't think I even can. That's the best part of it. Oh, I actually can raid the legend. There was a time when you couldn't raid the legend. Is he still live? No, he's not. F it. No, cancel. Okay, no. The legend is not live. Well, mainly it is then, ladies. Have a good one. I am going to be not streaming the next 2 days. 3, in fact. So you will be on a bit of a diet from me. But I will be back stronger soon after. Take care. Love you all. Bye.